Diplomacy, international relations, good ties, friendship are not about giving other people a say in your choice. Our choice must be our choice, however difficult it is. When it came to our energy purchases, our national choices and national interest were supposed to be subservient to the political correctness of other countries who, by the way, had made their own arrangements. We have to do what we have to do, however difficult that is, however tough that is. Diplomacy, international relations, good ties, friendship are not about giving other people a say in your choice. Our choice must be our choice, however difficult it is. I'm not a rash person. I would say we need to calculate, we need to strategize, sometimes we need to soften at times. That is something which my business also does. But at the end of the day, there will be moments, and you all know we've had one or two of these recently, that when it came to our energy purchases, our national choices and national interest were supposed to be subservient to the political correctness of other countries who, by the way, had made their own arrangements to soften the blow for themselves. Or I give you a very different example, which is Quad, that we were being hustled by a narrative that somehow by working with 3 other countries, this is something which is making somebody else uncomfortable. Well, if somebody else is uncomfortable, that's their problem. So at the end of the day, we have to do what we have to do, however difficult that is, however tough that is, and it is that confidence of being able to exercise choice after choice that will define us as Bharat. It could even be what happens at the border. Again, you all know, last 3 years, we've had an exceptionally difficult time in terms of the challenges on our northern borders. But even though this happened in the middle of COVID, yet we responded very resolutely, very determinedly, and to date, we still remain deployed in whatever manner is necessary for our national security. Or even in terms of, our own issues. There's no society which has been more traumatized in the modern era than us when it comes to terrorism. So putting terrorism on the international map and making sure that it's not like, in the world, sometimes you feel terrorism in some geographies have a certain importance, in other geographies they don't, because who shapes the narrative assigns a certain weight to geographies. So how do you put terrorism, and again, how do you respond to it when it happens? So that sense of resolution, of determination, of willing to speak your mind, of willing to shape the global agenda. I was with the Prime Minister when we went in for the COP28. Now, if you looked actually at the last few COPs, the most powerful ideas when it comes to climate action and climate justice are actually coming out of India. The solar initiative came out of India. The idea of a sustainable lifestyle came out of India. The idea of a disaster resilient infrastructure came out of India. Or the idea of a larger international grid, a one world, one grid. So how do you actually put your ideas, shape the outcomes, determine the narratives? This is also part of being Bharat.